Today was the first day of the federal trial for the three former Minneapolis police officers charged in connection to the death of George Floyd, and a jury has already been seated. J. Alexander King, Thomas Lane, and Tou Thao are charged with violating Floyd's civil rights in May of 2020. All three were in court today with their attorneys. Callan Gray was at the courthouse. She breaks down who will hear this case and asks a legal expert about the makeup of the jury.
In a federal courthouse surrounded by fencing, Judge Paul Magnuson questioned dozens of potential jurors who traveled to St. Paul from counties across Minnesota. The process moving quickly, the 12 jurors and 6 alternate jurors picked in just one day.
Once that we saw that the judge was approaching this in such a different way, that is, the judge was controlling the questioning and moving things right along, very different process than we saw with Derek Chauvin, I wasn't as surprised.
The panel is made up of 8 men and 10 women and is predominantly white. Most are parents. One is a public affairs director for local government, another a maintenance and facilities manager. There's a food service worker, school social worker, and a retired veteran. And here's a breakdown of where they live, from Hennepin County to Blue Earth to Jackson County.
In terms of where they're from, it's interesting. There is a juror who's from way out in Jackson County in the southwest part of the state. There's other people that are from the collar counties around the metro. So there's people that are going to have to travel a ways to make it to this trial.
Mark Osler is a former federal prosecutor and University of St. Thomas law professor.
That's probably something the judge will keep under consideration.
The judge brought the potential jurors into the courtroom in large groups during selection, first asking them to share details about their job, personal life, military service, and hobbies. Then he asked them a series of questions, including whether they can set aside Derek Chauvin's decision last month to plead guilty to civil rights charges he faced, saying, quote, "You now understand that Mr. Chauvin is not in any way, shape, or form involved in this case." He also told the potential jurors, quote, "I want you to know that the subject of religion, race, ethnicity, or national origin, etc., which are oftentimes subjects that are involved in constitutional issues, that's not in this case, period." Judge Magnuson narrowed it down to 40 jurors. Then the attorneys used their strikes to ultimately select the final panel.
This looks like a very different jury than we saw in the Derek Chauvin trial in state court. And it is. They're from different places. There's a different racial makeup. We'll see if that makes a difference in the way they consider the case.
Well, we do know that these 18 jurors will sit through the duration of the trial, although 12 of them will go into deliberations. Then those other 6, at that point, once they go into deliberations, those 6 will be released. We expect that opening statements will be on Monday. That is when the jury will also be sworn in. So still a lot to come, starting the beginning of next week, Kirsten.
Well, and Callan, one of the interesting things here we haven't seen is all 3 of these defendants will be tried together in this case. So what does that actually look like once testimony gets underway?
So I'm told the legal teams for each of the 3 ex-officers has the right to question each witness. It's important to remember they'll all have different strategies. All 3 ex-officers face 1 count centered on failing to provide medical care to Floyd. But Thao and King also face a 2nd count for failing to intervene to stop Chauvin's use of force. The judge said this morning he expects the trial to last about 4 weeks. Attorneys for the Floyd family said in a statement today, quote, "We fully expect them to be held accountable for their roles."
All right, Callan Gray tracking yet another trial for us here. Thank you so much.